Hitting y'all with the morning gameplay. Shout out to those new followers or the new people that are watching my streaming. Y'all have encouraged me this morning to stream a little bit. So y'all know what it is. Y'all know the drill. Okay. I'm gonna be spitting some game, while playing some video game. Oh man. Actually, oh, we got this. So, what are we talking about today? I just came back. I went outside. I did some errands. I'm eating some McDonald's. I usually don't eat. That's a lie. I ate too much, but it's only for health reasons that I'm eating. So I won't pass out. Starting to fast though, Anyway, I wanted to talk about how, the same old thing until you guys get it. I'll never stop talking about, the truth, which is that women are evil, and that you guys need to watch your back, right? Like, I realize this shit. 90% of women are fucking evil. I mean, completely wicked and fucked up. If you have an old parents like myself who taught you that you need to be a good guy. I mean, how many guys here have been brainwashed by their moms? By their sisters? By their aunts? By their babysitters? By their nannies? By their grandma? By their teachers? By feminist politicians and feminist propaganda? Our whole lives. We've been brainwashed our entire fucking lives. That's what they don't want you to understand. Let me put it like this. Every woman I know well, first of all, take this into account. What do I consider an evil woman? An evil woman is biblically known as a woman who, I say biblically because I go back to the Bible for my morals, because people like to create their own ideologies, and they just draw the line wherever the fuck they want. It doesn't make sense. Like, bitches' morality doesn't make sense. Feminism is nonsense to me. Alright. It's evil. You think you can just go around having sex, sexually exploiting yourself, and kill your babies and sacrifice them and shit, lie to men and be whores and not get shamed for it? Be fucking whores that literally have sex for money and not be shamed for it? And you think you can just do that and somehow that you're a good person? I don't understand why people even listen to these bitches. Because they obviously biased and they draw the line wherever the fuck they see fit. And their line is drawn to a place where their babies and everybody around them fucking suffers. They destroy shit. Their own babies and generations that follow are afflicted, Like, y'all might listen to some sort of stoic people. Jordan Peterson and is not stoic. I saw him crying. That's the opposite of stoicism. But I will say this. People think that stoicism is such a good thing, right? You know, you think it's so fucking good and whatever. But like, so y'all listen to people like, or maybe the smart people. Maybe you listen to smart people that you think are better than, you know what I mean, that you should listen to, like Ben Shapiro or some shit, right? So the thing that I've noticed is that when you listen to these people, you don't know that you're listening to a racist. I mean, and you think that these motherfuckers have like a good, you know, ideology because they know some good shit until you realize that they have no, like, you realize that Ben Shapiro wanted to eradicate, you know, people in Gaza and had no problem. He actually said he encouraged their eradication. You know what I mean? And said that, I mean, when the war, before the war started, you know, he said that Israel should destroy them. You know what I mean? And send missiles and all that shit to their kids. So he was a proponent of war. When you realize that he did, you know, he actually thinks that bombs should be dropped on children, he was for it. You know, that's when you realize that these motherfuckers. What do they? Well, what can they tell me about morality? Like, for real. When you realize that he's just a pussy, you know what I mean? That talks shit behind the desk and shit. And he never got in no motherfucking fight. I mean, punk ass motherfucker. Then you realize, like, you know, that I can never trust a person like this in their ideology because that's, you know, they're racist. They think that they need to be eradicated. I mean, this guy went as far as to say that the Nazis were better than the Palestinians. This guy also said, Ben Shapiro, that black people have no excuse. They have no excuse. They haven't had an excuse for the last 20 years as to why they're broke and living in poverty. You know? In other words, he said that systemic racism doesn't exist. Not to mention, he probably says, you know, the same shit that Charlie Kirk and Donald Trump, who a lot of people listen to. I mean, even Christians, even some people that claim to be Christians, listen to Donald Trump. Why the fuck were you listening to Donald Trump? That man is not a Christian at all. He worshiped money all his life. He is the person that helped bail out the top percent. He adds to the disparity in this country. He adds to the inequality, to the suffering and the struggle of poor people. It's not that he's like not helping. I'm not telling him to help him. He literally goes against, you know what I mean, poor people, and literally bails out rich people. You know, people that have millions of billions of dollars, he helps them out with corporate bailouts, with the motherfucking, you know, tax cut for the rich. You know what I mean? All that shit, and he does it, and he literally just helps them out. So again, you tell me if that sounds like a Christian to you, because that sounds like the devil to me. You know what I mean? Jesus was poor. Jesus helped the poor. This motherfucker's helping the rich. You know? You know, so the point is, and that's what this whole thing is about. He thinks that the top 5% of people in this country who hold the most wealth, the top like 1 or 5% own as much as the 5 or 10% own the same amount as the rest of the 95 or 90%. So the truth is that the majority of people suffer and are broke, living paycheck to paycheck, while the rich people that are already rich get tax cuts. You know what I mean? So they can get even richer. You know what I mean? That's the truth. That is America for your ass right there. And that's what the fuck these niggas talking about. And so that's exactly what Donald Trump is a proponent of. Adding to the inequality. I know what he likes to take credit for. I know. But anyway, so, you know, I don't listen to them. And then, you know, and Ben Shapiro, I don't listen to him neither. And Charlie Kirk is this other fucking guy. The guy that fucking goes to colleges talking about change my mind. I would punch Charlie Kirk dead in his mouth. I would punch Ben Shapiro in his fucking jaw too. I'm surprised that nobody has. These aren't real men. These aren't motherfucking men. These are fucking bitches. You know? They motherfucking they're privileged people who are racist. They're racist too, you know, like a lot. Like, nah, it's true. They believe that with Charlie Kirk, right? This guy, he believes in Donald Trump as well. And Donald Trump is a racist. Donald Trump is by far a racist. I know that's hard for you to understand, but y'all gotta look past the fact that he's white and he's rich. You know, look past the skin color and look at his character. In his first year, his first week of office when he won, he was immediately racist towards Latin Americans, Central Americans, and said they need to go back to their shithole countries, right? Which is racist as fuck. I mean, we already knew that he was going to be racist. That he was going to put, you know, ICE agents to break up families and all that shit. But on top of that, he was racist. I mean, so we already knew he was going to have racist policies. But he had racist rhetoric to go along with it. You know what I mean? And so it really showed what he really felt like saying and what he feels is the voice of his people. So obviously racist people vote for Donald Trump, and that's not. I mean everybody knows that. I mean literally the Proud Boys are the imperialistic colonizers, you know, that worked for the U.S. government with a license to kill and got paid for it. That you know, probably did a bunch of fucking war crimes and past conflicts. You know, probably like they would topple nations. They're the ones that go inside of the countries and imperialize and shit. You know, it's them niggas. Fucking literally those motherfuckers. Those are the real colonizers. You know, those are the real fucking life colonizers, modern day colonizers. You know, back in the day, they would have been the motherfucking colonizers. Okay? You motherfuckers. So, I mean, I say that to the brown and black people because y'all motherfuckers retarded. You literally going for the guys that went inside of your countries and fucking displaced your motherfucking asses and your fucking ancestors or your you know, your dead relatives, your grandma, your grandpa. Okay, those are them niggas. You know, just so you know, they're the ones that go into other countries. Literally, the colonizers. You know, when they say that Americans are colonizers and shit. You know, where they're talking about the Proud Boys. They're literally talking about them niggas. I mean, right wing fucking paramilitary death squads. That's exactly what Proud Boys are. And they all vote for Trump. Obviously, they're gonna vote for Trump. I mean, because that's their way. I mean, that's where they stand. You know, that's where they stand. And so, you know what I mean. But I'm just saying, like, you know, they have done so much shit, and like now they have convinced. Like, I'm not surprised though, because they already conquered you, motherfuckers. You know, they already conquered your people. But the thing is that they're racist too, and I'm just not with the racism shit. That's why I'm not with them. So like the point is that, like, you know, I'm not surprised that it's like a house nigga, a house Negro, right? That he you know, oh yes, massa. You know, he's been brainwashed. He doesn't know shit. He's uneducated, like Samuel L. Jackson and fucking Django and James. You know, that's all he knows. You know, he knows that he'll get his ass kicked. The white man is, oh yes, it's my duty to fucking, you know, take care of the Negroes, you know, by being their slave master. You mean? Yes, it's my duty. I do it out the kindness of my heart to be their slave master, because they cannot take care of themselves and shit like that. You know. Literally what Proud Boys think. So I don't know why the fuck y'all. Yeah, you think I'm racist? That's literally what Eric Prince, motherfucking said, and he's the fucking leader of Blackwater, who was you know, which is now called some other shit, you know, which is the same shit, paramilitary death squads. I mean, contractors, you know, ex-military, you know, Proud Boys. Anyway, Yeah. So like what I was saying, right, is that those you know what Eric Prince said. He said that to solve the immigration problem, we should go into their countries and coup d'état them, and establish a new government and run their countries so they can know so that their countries can actually be run. You know what I mean? Some shit like that. In other words, he was talking about invading Africa and Latin America in order to solve the immigration problem. He's like, if they don't know how to take care of run their countries, then we'll do it for them, and we'll go invade them. We need to put our imperialistic hats on and go, coup d'état another country. No, something that's nothing new for them. And seriously, that's what he said. And he's also obviously motherfucking right wing. I mean, they are the right wing. They are the right wing death paramilitary death squads. You know what I'm saying? They are the invaders, the colonizers. They are the white, the white man. What I mean? That's who they are. That's why it's fascinating when I see people like Latinos for Trump. I get it, but then I'm like, nigga, go to a Trump rally and stand next to these niggas so they can get a photo op so we can see you for who you are. I want you to stand next to your fucking invaders. The ones that fucking enslaved your people and the one that fucking displaced your motherfucking ass. The one that motherfucking stole your riches and left your nation impoverished and with a puppet democracy that they influenced. That they use as political pawns. Go ahead and do it, motherfucker. I really want to see that. you know? The ones that used to rape your women, destroy your nations, killed your people, you know what I mean? Enslaved your minds. And that's why I'm not surprised that women are brainwashed into killing their babies and being racist towards us, Because that's reality. I'm talking about real life. These hoes have been, they were raised by these niggas. You think, you niggas are voting for Trump, right? You're betraying every person, every one of your ancestors. I mean, every one of your tribal leaders and chiefs and your traditions and your shit, your civilization, your society, you're betraying it by voting for Trump. What you're saying is that basically the white man is your master. You know what I mean? That's what you're saying. You know what I mean? Because there's literally no fucking reason to vote for that man. I mean, other than unless you're a racist, unless you talk about America, not giving a fuck about any other country that not giving a fuck about unless you talk about isolationism, what I mean, shit like that. I mean, which means that you just want to build the walls and keep everybody out while you get to enjoy the benefits of everything in this country that has been stolen. While you get to live I get it. You want to be the elite rich. You know what I mean? That's what you want to do. I mean, you want to be like Trump. You want to be, you want to be more. Yeah. Okay, so it doesn't surprise me that women, have been brainwashed because they live in this place. You know what I mean? They were bred in this place. They don't have no power in this place. They have no power here. No. They're women. What the fuck are they gonna do? You know what I mean? They ain't gonna do shit. They fucking have to shut up and suck a cock. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, right? That's what they gotta do. And so when shit goes down, you know what I mean? That's what women are always like. They talk a big game, but they're all bark. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it, right? In reality, because that's reality. As a man, I know that these bitches ain't gonna. If there was a war, you know what I mean? These women would fucking be casualties. I mean, mass casualties. I mean, there wouldn't even be a war. I mean, would you want an army of fucking men protecting you, or a fucking army of women? Would you want a fucking male security guard or a female security guard, my nigga? Shit. Okay? Do you want a fucking women soldier or a male soldier? Okay? Shut the fuck up. I mean, like, damn. Don't be fucking retarded. Because when your life is on the line, all that virtue signaling and all that bullshit you say, political correctness, that don't mean a goddamn thing. Dumbass motherfuckers. That's why I never understood it. That's why the only reason I know that y'all are politically correct is because y'all have never faced real danger in life. I mean, all that shit is fucking bullshit. Okay? I'm a racist if I call if I say black people like to jump and rob people. Nope, bitch. Just what I've seen. You know what I mean? Just what I experienced. I mean, I'm the least racist person because no, I really am. I'm not like Trump trying to say he's the least racist person. Trump says that, people are from shithole countries, that they're lesser people, blah, 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 that they're not the best people. they need to get out of here because they're not the best, and that America is the greatest country of all time, blah 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 blah, and that bullshit. You know what I mean? That that people deserve to not be in this country or whatever. I don't know what bullshit. He like go back to your shithole country, okay? Xenophobia is saying that people are lesser people and that they don't deserve to be here. That's racism. That's racism. Racism is when somebody thinks they're fucking better, that some people are better than others based on race, nationality, country of origin, whatever the case might be. That's racism, bro. I don't know what the fuck you thought racism was. It's not just motherfucking. I mean, systemic racism is when it happens, continuously. Like if you live in a city full of white people and they're all in on it and they all think that you're a criminal and they all say that you're not gonna be nothing in life. That your teachers, and then they get you, the police, everybody criminalizes you. They ostracize you, they victimize you, and they all make you seem like you're the scapegoat. And you gotta be, and you get locked up and everything and all that shit. I mean, basically, and that's what it is, and that's what they say, and that's what it is. I mean, so that is systemic racism, where you go straight from the schools to the prison. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And everybody, like, they don't give you a chance. They don't believe in you. They don't give you a chance, and and even if they give you a chance, it's systemic. Like people. Like Donald Trump. Donald Trump is he creates systemic racism because he has that rhetoric that is racist. And so when he established when he brought in the ICE agents to go into places to pick up people, that was institutional racism. You know what I mean? Because they were harassing and profiling and all that type of shit. You know what I mean? And that is, and everybody was just like, oh yeah, everybody's in on it, right? So that's systemic. So that's a system that works to oppress you because of the color of your skin. Yes, that's a definition of fucking racism, right? I mean, and I say that harassing because, like I said, I'm brown, right? But I'm American, right? I'm from fucking Texas. You know what I mean? I was raised in Charlotte, and that's all I fucking know. And my first, I wanted to marry a white girl. That was my crush. I still, I'm in love with fucking blonde and blue-eyed girls. You know what I mean? I think they're the most beautiful. And, I listen to fucking NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. I'm, like, white as fuck. You know what I mean? But the point is, it don't matter to cops, or it doesn't matter to this shit. When I was growing up, I used to try to get in touch with my roots, so to speak. So I used to try to learn Spanish, because, I didn't even know Spanish like that. And so I used to hang around with the ESL kids because I was taught segregation. You know what I mean? The teachers were like, you need to go hang around with the people that look like you. And I'm like, why? And they're like, well, it's just because you need to make that connection with them. Because and then black kids are like, what are you trying to act white for? You know what I mean? And then white people were like, well, this, all this and that and the other. The point is, all that shit is racism. That's number one. You know what I mean? Anybody that tells you need to act your age, that's racist. You know what I mean, act your color, that's racist. Anybody that tells you that, like segregation, that like those teachers that told you that you need to go hang around with the ESL kids, those police that told you, are you in a gang, or like don't hang around with the blacks, or don't hang around with the Mexicans, or rather don't hang around with the whites or whatever, and whatever, that profiled you based on your nationality and said, oh, you're this, you're a mess because you're from El Salvador. I'm like, no, I'm a fucking student. You know what I mean? How the fuck can I be a mess if I'm coming to school? MS motherfuckers are terrorists. They don't go to school. You know what I mean? And that's just so stupid. Like how the fuck? I was raised in a Catholic home. You fucking piece of shit. I know what pieces of shit are. I know what gangsters are. Okay, they do not go to school. You dumb fuck. You know what I mean? The real gangsters, they're too busy killing people, motherfucker. Like, I guess they don't understand that, and over there in El Salvador, the way that shit goes is you're involved in the gang since you are an adolescent. You get put into that shit as soon as they can grab your ass, and they be like, you're gonna work for the gang. You're gonna become a little assassin. Like literally like that. Like you're a little assassin for them. So it's like there's kids that are like 12 years old. They're fucking murderers over there. They give them a gun and they're like, this is what you gotta do. You know, they'll be like, you know, you're a kid. They won't suspect that you'll shoot them. So you get to go in close. You know, that's what they use kids for, motherfucker. They use kids to kill people. So I guess you don't understand that, right? Because I'm here in this fucking country, and your definition of gangsters is totally fucking different. Your definition of gangsters is this sort of like glamorized and glorified sort of like, you know, thug attitude and shit, gang. Like, oh, you know, like a group of people, you know. But that's not like that in the rest of the world. That's America shit. That's American philosophy. That's the fucking right to assembly and the right to own guns mixed together. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Over there, it's not gangs like that. It's fucking political, and they're fighting for scraps. They destroy shit. They don't got nothing. You know what I mean? They fucking jack you for, they take your life. You know what I mean? For nothing, for less to nothing. You know what I mean? And, you know what I'm saying? So when you're telling me I'm a gangster, I'm like, hell nah. You know what I mean? You don't know what the fuck a gangster is. You know, for me, that's like a terrorist. So, no, you know what I mean? I'm not a fucking terrorist. You know what I mean? So fuck that shit. You know what I mean? I'm not killing people. I'm coming to school, you motherfuckers. But then, so that's what they wanted to do. So I was taught racism. Segregation was taught to me by Americans. Segregation is racism. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not a gangster, and so why the fuck are you? And if there are gangsters, why the fuck are you putting me next to gangsters? I'm coming to school, you know what I mean, and shit like that. You know, I never understood this shit. You know. So anyway, because the police, nobody is ever motherfucking okay. Like my mom told me this clearly. It's like, you know, wear church clothes. I mean, over there you can't even wear Nike shoes or tennis shoes because that makes you think that you're affiliated with the gang. You get checked just for wearing that shit. Over here, it's just a fashion, you know. Over there, it's like, it's a statement. Over there, colors fucking are statements, you know. Over there, how you act and how you present yourself is everything. You know what I mean? So, over here, it's like, you know, oh, you can dress however the fuck you want. Over there, it's like, no, you know, you button in your shirt and you fucking wear church clothes or else, you know, they're going to get checked. And there you look, you got a t-shirt, you got some tennis shoes on. They're going to fucking check your ass and be like, oh, are you really about that life, nigga? Who you feeling froggy on, bruh? You know? So it's like, unless you dress like a Mennonite, you know, like a gentleman, then, I mean, they'll check your ass. It's old-fashioned over there. You know what I mean? So it's like, bruh, so when I, you know, growing up here in this motherfucking place, bro, I'm like, fuck that shit. Y'all motherfuckers are whores, you know? You fucking women are fucking whores. Like, dead ass, you're fucking whores. You'd be dead in another country. You know what I mean? But you're here, but that doesn't mean that you're not a whore. Just because you're not dead and just because they kiss your ass in this country does not mean that you're not a fucking whore. It doesn't mean that you're not, you know, that you're not evil. You know, it's just that it just means that people here are motherfucking spiritually drained or some shit. They're fucking probably evil too. They're probably all going down together. I mean, they're probably just as corrupted and they're spiritually asleep and they don't understand what the fuck evil and good is anymore, or they don't care and all they care about is money and trying to get rich because that's the only shit that you know that y'all that is great about this country. Apparently that's the only shit that people are exploiting about this country. It's a corporate America. They don't care about the land of the free, home of the brave, justice, liberty, and equality for all. You know, God's nation. No, they care about the money and the economic opportunity and keeping up with the Joneses and being better than anybody else and racism and, you know, being whores and nobody telling them glamorize debauchery, yada yada yada. Bunch of orgies, a bunch of sick motherfuckers, and as long as y'all get paid, y'all don't give a fuck, right? Y'all only judge people based on their status, their economic, financial status. That's the only fucking shit. It's fucking ridiculous up in this bitch. That's why you women are whores. Y'all killed your babies, and then you're like, well, I mean, I got a job and I got money though. I don't give a fuck, bitch, about your stupid fucking job, you fucking money, bitch, your career. I don't give a fuck. You're a fucking whore. You know what I mean? What the hell? I mean, shit. And they're like, I don't understand. He's not following the program. Oh, their little minds explode that I'm not brainwashed like them and shit. I mean, that's how the fuck it is. I mean, that's how it is. They're fucking brainwashed. You know what I mean? Fucking stupid idiots. I mean, just like motherfucking, just like some men. Like I was saying this when I was driving in. It's like, the men that listen to these bitches, they're gonna go to fucking hell too. You know what I mean? They're gonna go burn in Sheol. You know what I mean? They are in darkness. Complete. You know what darkness is? Lies. Darkness is deceit. Darkness is uncertainty. Darkness is you don't know what darkness is. You know what I mean? And that's what y'all are kept in because y'all don't know God. Y'all don't know the truth. Y'all don't know that these women are whores. And y'all don't know that they're evil. You know what I mean? So you don't know the good life. This is all you know. Just being a fucking whore. And everybody around you being a whore. And, you know, you gotta accept them for being whores and all that shit. That's all you know, bitch. You're from hell. You know, in retrospect, I guess, you're already like prepping yourself to go to hell. You know what I mean? Like you're already conditioned like that, you know? You're conditioned to think that there's nothing better out there. That women, that there's no such thing. And women that there's no such thing as virgin girls that want to get married and go to church and actually listen and obey their man because they know that's what God wants. You know what I'm saying? And they don't know that that's how we respect them, and that's how, that ideology has lasted for 2,000 years plus. You know what I mean? And that's the best thing to do for your kids, for your family, for your future generations. That is one of the most noble things that you can do. You know what I mean? Is to watch your reputation and obey your husband and show respect, and therefore, your kids will be a blessing to you. No, you motherfucking bitches are... What the hell? Nah, these bitches, motherfucker, they rather kill their babies, be whores, and then complain, and then do all this fucking bullshit, and they wonder why the fuck that nobody likes their fucking stinking ass. I mean, shit. They wonder why the fuck men cheat and leave them at their asses and shit. They're the ones that leave, actually. But they wonder why they can't get a nice, decent man. You know what I mean? Because they're like, oh, why do I gotta settle for these bitches? Well, bitch, you're a whore. You know what I mean? You're lucky to be alive. You know what I mean? Shit. You you gotta thank is God for men not stoning your ass and killing you, because in most places of the world, what y'all call a career, they call sexual slavery. But whatever. You know what I mean? And those girls don't have a fucking unlike here. Those girls that are in Cambodia or some shit, that are sex slaves and prostitutes that are off the street, what usually happens is that there's poverty, and so the kids are exposed and their parents are on drugs or they're poor or whatever. They're walking the streets naked and shit. Then some prostitute fucking that is on the streets as well, she's poor and she's fucking having, she's a prostitute. She fucking takes them in and adopts them and then subjects those little girls to sexual slavery. Because she's a prostitute. She's evil. You know what I mean? And so she's a whore. You know what I mean? That's what happens. And so here it's like the same thing, except it's like it's not as extreme. Here you got women that are whores, prostitutes, trying to convince other women and younger women to do the same shit that they do. To be whores as well, to be cheaters, to leave their men and be disrespectful and all that shit. It's the same shit. These women, if it wasn't for the fact that money has blinded you motherfuckers, this shit would be the equivalence of, prostitutes on the street trying to tell these young kids, young girls that don't have nobody in their life because of poor economic situations, that this is what they should do with their lives, be whores. I mean, it's inducting them or indoctrinating them into a life of prostitution. That's what happened in Rome, and that's how, and that's why like ancient Rome, and that's why Christianity actually started adopting these girls instead of prostitutes, and letting them what's the word letting them basically go to church and all that stuff. And so that's what they did. And so, if it wasn't for Christians, then a lot of fucking kids would have suffered even more. I mean, I don't think y'all don't even fucking understand that shit. You see, people in Rome, they believed in Rome too. They didn't believe in God. They believed in their pagan gods. They believed in Rome as a whole. You know what I mean? And so, just like how y'all Americans, y'all don't believe in God, y'all believe in America. You know what I mean? But you see, Christianity lasted even when Rome collapsed. You know what I mean? When Rome collapsed, the big empire that was Rome, Christianity survived. And if it wasn't for Christianity, then Europe would have never have gotten back to where it's at now. You know what I mean? Because it would have been too much turmoil. There was no order. Once Rome collapsed, there was no order. You know what I mean? and general was killing general after general, you know, all that shit. But then there was no order, and basically the only people that remained order, that remained a semblance of order, that connected, you know, the whole geographical location, you know, like spanning across the map, were bishops and church leaders in churches, you know, Christianity. They're the ones that still remained, you know what I mean? Thanks to you know, Constantinople and all that. I mean, Constantine and all that shit. They're the ones that lasted when Rome fell, you know. So there was no you know, what's the word called? Emperors. There was no emperors or Maximus or whatever, you know, in these regions anymore. The only things that were, but there was still that network of churches, that network of bishops, you know what I mean? That network of that order, you know, that hierarchy that of bishops and that order that they had. And that's what was able to remain, to keep in semblance of order when Rome collapsed. You know what I mean? So if it wasn't for them, then Europe wouldn't be where it's at today, because there would have been no unification. You know what I mean? Through the church, they were able to have unification once again. You know what I mean? And so, you know, that's you know, that's how it goes. So Christianity pretty much helped save Europe when Rome collapsed. You know what I mean? So, like, you know, things like that, you know what I'm saying? And it's just common sense, because there's a higher order. There's an order. But like when I see people that are like, you know, so adamant about the United States and stuff, like, they're already gone. I mean, they've already perished. I mean, you're believing in something that has lasted in, for what, 350 years, which is great. You know, it's phenomenal. And it's the greatest country in the world. Sure. But it owes its respect towards Christianity. You know what I mean? It owes itself to Christianity, pretty much, just like England. You know what I mean? And at the same time, you know, Christianity has lasted 2,000 years. So, you know what I mean? I mean, wow, you know, if you cared about America truly, then you would care about, you know, wanting the best for it and wanting to last. You know what I mean? So you would care, like you would care about Jesus. You would care about God. That's what I believe. You know, when people are like you know, people trade their humanity for Ben Shapiro. I mean, for like Ben Shapiro, they trade their humanity for so-called patriotism. Like Charlie Kirk and like every person that's out here saying, "Oh, immigrants need to leave and shit," even if they're kids. Doesn't matter. What if they're escaping fucking, you know, human rights violations and certain death and torture and rape? Oh, it doesn't matter. They broke the law. What if they're kids? Criminals? You know what I mean? Doesn't matter. You know what I mean? That's what Charlie Kirk, that's what Donald Trump, that's what Ben Shapiro, and all you motherfucking white ringers, that's what y'all believe. That is truly what y'all believe. So, like, you know, all I'm saying is that's, you know, there's gonna be a time, right, where you know, where y'all gonna people like that, they have lost their humanity. One day, they will be like those people in Rome. You know what I mean? That they're gonna start killing each other, generals killing each other and shit like that, and trying to keep a semblance of order when they don't know that they fucking lost their mind already. And then they're gonna fucking start with their pagan gods, and then, you know, that's what led to the persecution of Christians. You know, they started blaming the Christians for their fucking bullshit. They're like, no, it's the Christians' fault. They're not worshiping pagan gods. You know what I mean? You know, blah blah blah. Just like how they try to do now, right? Like, they're not worshiping pagan gods. We knew we should have listened to them. You know what I mean? We knew we should have listened to the Christians. No, they need to, what was it? They need to throw wine into a fire and renounce their ways. No. Like, and they're like, no, we don't want to do that. All they had to do was throw, like, wine into a fire in order for them to, for it to be a symbol for Christians to, that they're bowing down towards paganism and that they're renouncing their ways. That's all they had to do, was throw fucking wine into a fire. You know what I mean? That's all they had to do. And that's all that was asked of them to do, to show their loyalty towards the pagan gods of Rome and to renounce their ways. And they didn't do that, you know? And they didn't do that. They said no. And they were facing certain death and oppression and all that stuff and persecution. And they said, no, we're not going to do that. Even when they were thrown to the Colosseum, they were arrested. They were persecuted. You know what I mean? They were rounded up. They were killed and they were arrested and they were enslaved. They were brought to the Colosseum and told again, all you got to do is do this. Or you're going to be fed to lions inside of the arena. And they said, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to renounce our ways. You know what I mean? Because they knew it was probably injustice. They knew, they probably understood, you know. They knew that it was that they weren't wrong and they believed in God. And so they were fed to lions. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And they willingly accepted their fate. That is true stoicism. Okay, that is true. That takes courage. And that's what inspires, you know. That's what I always think about it. Like, you know, they were fed to lions in the arena, bro. Lions. You know what I mean? For their beliefs. When all they had to do was throw a cup of wine inside of a fire, of a burning, raging fire. That's all they had to do. And they said, no. We'd rather die, you know what I mean, at the hand of lions than do that. Than to renounce their faith. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And then y'all think that that Christians are soft because y'all don't remember those details. You know what I mean? And during that time, like I said, General was going after General. You know what I mean? General was killing General, blah, 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 blah. You know, that's probably a reason why that there's because, you know, these people know that shit. You know, the Americans. It's probably why they only last for 4 years now, you know, presidents or whatnot. So anyway, oh, Texas Princess, what's up, baby? Anyway, you know what I mean? That's what I was thinking about, and I was like, you know, in the arena, you know what I mean? That's how strong we got to be in our faith, you know. This is the things that matter, right? So I'll never shut up about, you know, fucking whores or whatever because, you know, just because a bitch tells me to shut up, like, you're a whore, you know what I mean? You're like, you don't see the big picture, you know what I mean? And you only care about yourself. And the thing is that you think you're special, you think you're the only one. All you women are the same shit. You know what I mean? I look at it like this. When you first cheated, you know what I mean? You felt bad and you were scared. You were scared about what people would think. You were scared about what your mother would disown your ass. You were scared that the man would find out and kick your ass. You didn't know, right? That first time you did it, you didn't know. You know what I mean? When you first disobeyed your mother, your father, and God, you know what I mean? You were scared. But then, you know, so you think you're special. You think that, you know, over time you're like, oh, well, people must have forgot about that. Or it was just me, you know, it's just a mistake. I'm special. But you don't understand that every single fucking bitch does the same exact fucking thing and thinks the same shit. That they're special and that they're an exception. That they're motherfucking, that, oh, no, like, you know, that they try to act like they weren't scared at all. You were all scared and then you all fucking try to act like you were never fucking scared. Like, you know, you all try to act like what you did was good. You all try to act like y'all didn't repent, y'all don't forgive. You know, you haven't like if you didn't do it. You know what I mean? You try to act like you didn't do that shit. And every single bitch is lying to themselves. And then they're lying to us. And that's why the fuck is so annoying. Because every single one of you girls thinks that you can just go from one man to the X and y'all say the same shit. Oh, it was his fault. Like, no, you blamed yourself. You didn't like how it felt. And then there was an easy way out, and that was to be a victim. And oh yeah, just say you're a victim and shit. Oh, just say you were young and stupid, you didn't know any better. Even though you did. Even though you knew what the fuck, even though your parents fucking said they were gonna kick your ass and you still did it. You know what I mean? You were just fucking being disobedient. You were being a kid. Just like, but you know, it's funny because women try to tell you to grow up. Women still don't listen. Women still don't fucking obey. So who the fuck are they telling to grow up when they don't fucking ever grow up? They don't listen. You know what I mean? Feminism is just a way for women to act like children till they're fucking old ass witches. You know what I mean? Shit, they don't ever want to listen to men. Grow the fuck up. I can slap the shit out of you and you fucking break your whole shit. You know what I mean? Grow the fuck up, bitch. You know what I mean? Understand that men run this bitch. Grow up. Understand that one man can kick 3 of your motherfucking asses. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Shit, we'll probably kick, and if he's really good, he can kick a fucking shitload of y'all bitches. Grow up. You know what I mean? You're not as strong as a man. Grow up. You know what I mean? You don't protect or provide or you didn't build the world like a man. Grow up. You know what I mean? Accept that shit. Accept your fucking role in society. Accept your role. You know what I mean? But y'all don't ever want to fucking grow the fuck up, don't you? You want to rather argue and shit. And then you want to tell us shit after you don't ruin our motherfucking lives and shit. Because we were babying your ass. We let you motherfucking go after you fucking cheated. You know what I mean? After you cheated and we knew you were a whore. We didn't even shame you. We didn't even put you on blast. We felt sorry for your bitch ass. And then motherfucking babied you. It was like, oh yeah, sure, whatever. You know, don't worry about it. You know what I mean? You fucking stupid whores. And then you turn around, fucking talk about we're the bad guys. And you ruin our lives. You get with these stupid guys that are going to go to hell that listen to you, but they don't listen to God. And then you try to harass us and oppress us using the police, using your psychotic fucking simp ass boyfriend. You're sociopaths yourselves, and you try to fucking control our lives. And then at the end of the day, you know what I mean, through all of that shit, you know what I mean, you still try to control our lives, even though we were taking it easy on you. And then you want to fucking dare tell us to grow up. You fucking bitches are truly delusional. Like, you know, y'all truly don't understand a goddamn thing, you know what I mean, that's happened. You know what I mean? Like, men took it easy on you, dumbass motherfucking hoes. You think we didn't know that you were fucking hoes? You think we didn't know that you were cheating? You think you're that slick? Fucking stupid. You think men are idiots, bro? If men are idiots, then you bitches are fucking clinically retarded. You know what I mean? I mean, shit. I think that they even try to fucking make it seem like they are. Like, they try to use it as an excuse to be clinically retarded. You know what I mean? Like, like the dude that got that dude Daddy Masterson locked up. Like, it was 2 of us or 3 of us, and we went to his house and we got drugged and we got raped twice. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? What are you, fucking mentally retarded? You know what I mean? Oh, I didn't know any better. I don't know any better. You know, that whole case should have been thrown out. I'm like, this bitch. I think this bitch needs a metro evaluation. This is not a court case, Your Honor. Her testimony must be stricken from the record. She claims fucking legal insanity. You know what I mean? How the fuck is she ain't gonna know? How the fuck she ain't gonna know what the fuck she's doing? Okay, Texas princess. Okay, princess. That whole case should be, I mean, bitches, motherfucker, they all lying as bitches anyway. They understand that they can lie. And that's what they do. That's why they do what they do. Because they understand that that's the easy route. You know? If they get caught cheating, the easy thing to do would be to be like, oh, you know what? You know, it's his fault. He was crazy. And then the simp ass dudes are gonna be like, oh, I understand you're a victim. And then and they think, and they're gonna be like thinking, because they're brainwashed by their mom to help women. You know, that's the wrong thing to do. It's not their duty to help women. I mean, not these bitches. No, hell no. They'll say you're trying to guilt us into fucking helping you bitches and guilt trip us, and that's wrong. That's not just wrong, but that's not what God wants. They need to listen to God. They should be listening to their father, not their mother. You know what I mean? But you fucking women have fucking destroyed that too. You know what I mean? So the fucking point is that they're gonna go to hell because they're not listening to the words and the voice of God. They're listening to feminists. They're crazy fucking mother and they're stupid whores. You know what I mean? So I mean, look, and they're doing it to themselves. They don't even fucking understand. You know what I mean? So anyway, like I was about to say, you know, so men are brainwashed since an early age. You know, they're brainwashed as they're young kids, as they're young babies. So I will say this right now: women are openly fucking brainwashing women, and they're brainwashing their young babies. This is the reason. This is the primary reason, probably, why single mothers don't want their babies to fall into the hands of their dad. Which, as crazy as that sounds, because it sounds like the dad's a bad guy. The only reason that they don't want to is because they want to brainwash the kid to be like it's like that's why I say it's evil. You know, like women, like feminism, it's evil because it's a systemic sort of oppression that all women are decide to be under, like the same type of agenda towards men, which is, you know, to brainwash their young babies, you know, have the babies and brainwash them. I mean, it's like lionesses, right? It's like a lioness that wants to take her kids away from the pride, take it away from the king, you know what I mean? Because the king is lazy. or whatever, because the lion doesn't want to fucking, he's kind of lazy. So she's taking away his babies so she can start a pride of her own. That's the fucking way I look at it. Like, these women, I think that what they wanna do is they wanna create. They're trying to perfect this psychology abuse, which I don't think is gonna happen. But they're pretty much trying to make men, like modern day, right? This, as soon as I say this, probably gonna be, it's not true, but the thing that I see women trying to do is trying to be whores with no accountability, trying to lie to us about God and everything, and even condemning us to eternal damnation, but still treating them like they're somehow, queens or some shit. Like they want to act like modern day whores, and they want to be treated like a traditional good woman. You know what I mean? And so, when we already know what happens when bitches get given these things, right? Like these free, these free things, such as like, empowerment and education, like, oh yeah, like, every woman breezes through college because everybody babies them until they're 18, and then they act like they're fucking rock stars when they're 18 because they're young and they're tight and they're single and they're illegal. And then they act like fucking rock stars, so they breeze through their fucking young adult lives too, until they're what, like 27, 28, until they hit 30, and then reality catches up to them, and now they're not rock stars. Now they're not hot shit. You know what I mean? And literally they get treated like rock stars even though they haven't done anything. You know what I mean? For that status, they don't know shit. You understand? 18-year-old women fucking have the privilege, I guess I would see it, to fucking like talk shit about grown ass men. You know what I mean? Even to me, I'm like an 18-year-old girl right now. Like I get respected, but not really. But people still talk shit about me. You know what I mean? It's like, I have I'm more popular now than I was when I was 26, 20, when I was 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Even when I was 18, I didn't know shit. Now I kind of know shit. Now I can get into a bit more places. But a bitch at 18, she can get into the same places. You know what I mean? Even though she hasn't done shit, nigga. Even though she doesn't fucking know anything. You know what I mean? But yet they still have their college education because that's the only thing that's required of women, right? They don't have to fight. They don't have to fucking perform. They don't have to do shit but be little bitches, submissive, listen to directions, and they get anything they want. You know what I mean? That's fucking bullshit. I can listen and be submissive, and you know what I'm gonna get? I'm gonna get jumped. I mean, I'm gonna get fucking targeted. Okay, I'm gonna be fucking knocked the fuck out. You know what I mean? I'm you know what I mean? They're gonna fucking steal my shit if I act like a little bitch. But you get to act like little bitches and shit, and that's just like nobody expects anything from you. So anyway, like I was saying, with these broads, right? They're incentivized to go to. They even said it. They're empowered. Means that the government empowers them. Feminism, Biden, Democrats, empowering them and all that shit. In other words, making it easier for them, giving them resources that otherwise would have gone to fucking people that deserved it or want it. No, they just feel as though that women, for some reason, are entitled to these things. They're just entitled to this shit for some reason, right? I used to be like, it's because I can go still get my shit. Women can't compete with me, really, so they need to be helped. You know what I mean? Even though that we're fucking, even though that we're taking it easy on them anyway. You know what I mean? Even though that we fucking forgive them anyway and let them act like fucking children all the fucking time. Nobody ever tells them fucking shit. They still, I still understand that I can still beat them in anything. So they do need the help. And they need to level the playing field in order for them to be competent. You know what I mean? And so they won't walk around morose, and they have to believe these lies. You know what I mean? In order for them not to be depressed all the fucking time. That's why they're delusional. And gentlemen, I wouldn't fucking question it, because maybe it's better that they be delusional than they be motherfucking, sad fucking morose cunts all the time. You know what I mean? Shit, that'd be even worse. Because you know when a bitch fucking gets depressed, she never shuts the fuck up. She always complains. So you just shut up and let her have the last word, right? And now imagine all these bitches being the same fucking way. Hell no. You know what I mean? Shit, we would kill ourselves, dog. I mean, shit. So I wouldn't fucking care. I don't care about that shit. I'm like, okay, you want to help them, that's fine. Oh, these bitches would act like they're not whores, that's fine. But when it gets to the point that it's like, no, like you're like when I'm a grown ass man and I've taken 10 years of that shit, my whole life of that shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck that. You know, you're wrong. You know, I don't give a fuck. Time to pop your little bubble, bitch. You know what I mean? You ain't shit but a motherfucking cunt. Okay? You ain't no goddess. And it's even, I think it's like, it's okay to the point, right? It's like, it's okay to spoil, like, to let them do that shit to a point. When it starts fucking actually affecting, you know, men's, like, you know, psyche. When you realize, right? When I realized that they're trying to brainwash their sons and a whole nother generation openly. You know what I mean? Knowingly that they're trying to brainwash these motherfuckers. They're literally openly trying to brainwash you. So, like, with that, for example, I'm like, oh, hell nah. Fuck that shit, you know? That's bullshit. I mean, I'm not for that shit. When I realized that feminism is just to incentivize young mothers, right? To take their babies away from their dads, which is not even their kids. It's their dad's kids. You know, the baby comes from the baby is born out the woman, but the man is the one that inseminates the sperm cell. So it's his fucking baby. You know what I mean? That's why I say he's the dad. You know, he's the bloodline. He's the motherfucker. You know what I mean? Yeah, the woman is like a fucking garden. You know, and the plant that comes out of it, you know, that's their pussy or whatever. You know what I mean? But men are the one that plant the seed. So, you know, it's our harvest. It's our plant. It's our kid. You know what I mean? You're just here. God made you in such a way that you know, made us stronger because we're the ones that are to fucking plow the fields. You understand what I'm saying? But you know, you might be, God might have you with special, you know, qualities that can create a baby and all. But at the end of the day, you ain't shit without a farm. A farm ain't shit without a farmer. You know what I mean? So shit, like a farm is useless without a farmer. Okay? So what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole fucking point. But bitches don't want to listen. They want to listen to their stupid cunts. Stupid cunt religion that makes it seem like they're the goddesses of creation or something. Like, no, you're just a cunt. You know what I mean? Shut up. You know what I mean? And like, the point is, right, you're a useless cunt. Most of these bitches, right? Because they have sex and they're like a farm that doesn't even allow motherfucking shit to grow. You know what I mean? So what the fuck? We're wasting our time on these stupid, useless cunts for. You know what I mean? They're not marriage material. I knew they weren't marriage material since they were like in middle school. And you saw them fucking cheating and they were fucking hoeing around, already sucking cock, and there were fucking bitches already fucking losing their virginity at fucking middle school. That's when I started opening my eyes like, yo, these bitches, what the fuck? These bitches will never be marriage material. The fuck you talking about? Well, they'll never be motherfucking, and look. And you can't say this if you're young, right? Because look, you're like I said, your mother, your sisters, your fucking grandma, your teachers, your nurses, your nanny, you know, your babysitter, every fucking female you see out there in the world, you know, working and shit. All these motherfucking people in your society, all these women brainwash your motherfucking ass. You know, they all brainwash you, dog. They're all in on it. It's a big, huge joke. They're in on it, bro. It's a huge joke. Because they say, oh, nah, like, you know, oh, you got to be a nice guy. You got to be a gentleman and a scholar. You know, you got to do this. You got to do that. You got to be a simp. You got to be a gentleman. You got to give, you know, you got to take it easy on women. You got to help women. You got to open and be chivalrous and be a gentleman. My nigga, like, goddamn. You know, like, who the fuck, what about bitches, though? What the fuck do bitches ever fucking do for me? You mean? You know what I mean? I mean, I'm a nice person. I don't need women to fucking force me to be nice. Okay? I'm a nice person regardless. I was like, I'm nice to men and women. You know, because I'm a nice person. I know not to hurt because I'm a Christian. I know not to hurt people and do this shit. You know what I mean? But I also, but when I also know things that women are evil. I also know women are not, they're not held to the same standard. You know what I mean? And the bitches that do that they were like, oh, man, I was, we're taught to be women, and they get all mad because they're like, oh, the guy cheated on me though. Men are cheaters and shit. I'm like, bitch, you didn't listen. There's two types of fucking women. There's dating women, and then there's fucking marriage women. Who the fuck told you to motherfucking be a hoe? Who told you to lose your virginity in high school? Who the fuck told you, like some guy that wanted to fuck? Yeah, sure, okay. You could have said no, stupid bitch. I mean, you didn't have to fucking have sex. You could have said no. If a guy wants to have sex with you, it's because he thinks that you're gonna fucking have sex with somebody else. Just so you can fucking, just so you know. Because more than half of you bitches, right, ignore the guys that are brainwashed by other women that tell us to be brainwashed for you. You know what I mean? Like, my mother raised me, and you know what she raised me as? She told me, be nice, be a simp, or whatever, don't even think about women, blah, blah, blah. Then I saw my crush, kissing another boy, kissing a piece of little bitch-ass nigga, right? Why? Because he wasn't raised to those same standards. His mother and his father fucking don't give a shit about him. He's from the hood, Them motherfuckers been fucking like he sees his mom getting plowed by motherfuckers every other day. You know what I mean? So he's like, okay, he doesn't give a fuck. And so he's a thug. And so, he has a tattoo and he's in motherfucking, he's in fucking elementary school. He already with a tattoo and shit. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers are devils. But but guess what? That's the ones that the fucking girls choose to sleep with. You know what I mean? And so the good girls chase thugs. You know what I mean? Good girls chase thugs. Because they allow these devils to sin, to lust at them, They look at them through their eyes, just trying to fuck them and shit. That's a sin, right? And so they become covetous and shit. You know what I mean? Especially black dudes. Black dudes look at white girls all the time, and they be looking like, oh, I want to fuck this bitch. Look at Latinos, all like they're gonna eat them. You know what I mean? I see that shit all man, nigga. I see that shit all the time. So I'm like, fuck that. You know what I mean? And the thing is that these fucking girls are none the wiser. You know what I mean? They allow themselves to be talked to by these devils. Not just black dudes, but by Mexicans, by anybody. You know what I mean? By white people, don't matter. By white dudes, like the point is that it's lust, it's covetous, and it's fucking sick. But that's what bitches like. Bitches like thugs. You know what I mean? Oh, you need you a thug. Every good girl needs a thug. They even make fucking rap songs about this shit. You know what I mean? So you run off with the devil. So essentially, our mothers and everything, they taught us to be good guys, right? But yet good guys finish last. So the same fucking programming that you would have if you listen to your mom, bitch, is a joke, bro. You know what I mean? You're never gonna get laid, dog. Ironically enough, the shit that I was when I was younger, my mom used to get mad because I had so many bitches. You know what I mean? She used to get mad. She used to be like, she's like, you're a prostitute or some shit. Because I had like fucking a whole bunch of girlfriends. I'm like, look, they don't understand, right? That like, that there's no good girls. All the good girls, you lose them to bad boys. So, like she doesn't understand that shit hurts. You know what I mean? Like my crush, me losing my crush that I told her I loved her and I was going to be whatever, blah, blah. I lost her to some fucking douchebag. I don't give a fuck, some Chad. Some little jock kid. Whatever. And it's like, but so I started rebelling because that shit didn't work. When she tried to tell me that women are good girls and I gotta marry them, these bitches aren't marriage material. They're not, because they have sex. If they were marriage material, they wouldn't have had sex before marriage. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck, even when it was me. I even told fucking girls, yo, like, you wanna fuck or some shit, And they were like, yeah. I'm like, okay then. You know what I mean? Because that's all you're gonna be. You know what I mean? Shit. If she would have said no, right, then I would have been like, okay, weird flex. You know what I mean? Trying to you're trying to play me. You're wasting my time because I know you're gonna give it up to the bad boy anyway. For less than nothing. You know what I mean? Why are you wasting my time? I mean, it got to that point, bro. It got to that point. They got to that point, and it's like, basically, like, you know, what can I motherfucking say? I mean, like these girls give it up to some douchebag, right? So everything that, you know, like our mothers told us they don't take into account that women are fucking hoes. You know what I mean? Like, you know, that they're fucking evil. They try to tell us to be nice to evil girls. You know what I mean? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? They try to tell us to be nice to evil girls, and that's why a lot of us get fucking played. That's why we have a lot of mental conditions, because it doesn't make no fucking sense. Just like out there right now, you know, they would probably say some shit about what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, what you didn't fuck that many guys? What, you didn't have sex before marriage? What, you didn't leave your fucking baby daddy? I mean, you don't even know how to forgive your own baby daddy. You can't even forgive that man for cheating. But you're willing to go and commit adultery yourself as well. That's fucking bullshit. If you're not gonna forgive the father of your children, you know what I mean, and stay with that man, at least try to make it work for the sake of your child, you know what I mean, then who will you forgive? How the fuck, why would you think that you'll forgive me? It's insane, bruh. You bitches are fucking insane. You know what I mean? Like, y'all have, you know what word you don't know in your vocabulary is loyalty. I mean, y'all don't know what the fuck that means, bro. Y'all a bunch of fake ass bitches. Just like some fake ass dudes out here. Y'all a bunch of snakes. That's why God calls y'all a bunch of snakes. Y'all a bunch of generation of vipers. You know what I mean? Y'all slither around, y'all lie, you're deceitful. You know what I mean? And then you somebody gets close to you, you bite them. You strike them. You know what I mean? Oh, I didn't know you were a venomous snake, you fucking whore. You know what I mean? And that's what y'all do. So, like, I'm being accurate when I say whore. Y'all do have sex for money. Y'all leave your men for money. You know what I mean? You abort your baby for money. Y'all literally fucking have sex for pleasure and for perversion. I mean, for fun. You know what I mean? So shut the hell up. I mean, or for money. Y'all leveraged sex. Just like you leveraged your looks, you know, into prostitution. You leveraged everything. That's why, and you have sold your soul. You know what I mean? And all you women are fucking whores. Y'all are not marriage material. That's for damn sure. Because you didn't fucking wait until marriage to have sex. And I try to tell you bitches, but so, like, when I try to tell you why that you're, like, the way you are, you don't want to listen. I already told you a bunch of times. You were brainwashed by Planned Parenthood, right? You live in, which is a racist fucking shit. And they're the ones that told you that it was okay to defy God, to defy your parents, to fucking be a whore, and to kill your babies, and that you didn't have souls, you're a bunch of animals, a bunch of mammals. Those are the ones that turned you on. You mean? They're the ones that turned you on. And now you regurgitate the same racist, eugenic bullshit they do. You know what I mean? Because that's how you were raised. You live what you learn. And that's what you learn. That's what they told you. Those seeds were planted when you were young, and they sprouted in this fucked up society, in this fucked up culture full of racist motherfuckers that are rich, that want to keep the majority of the people poor. You fucking bitch. So that's why you're a fucking bitch. I mean, because you're like a drone that has gotten brainwashed by the devil, trying to sacrifice your babies, and truth is stranger than fiction. It's like you're trying to do us in. You're trying to betray men. You're trying to get us killed. You're trying to get us enslaved in real time. And so I definitely have a problem with that. You know what I mean? Because I don't like racist fucking people trying to enslave me. You know what I mean? Trying to lie to me. And not, especially women. Because it just gets personal. You fucking used my weakness, which was, you know, my heart. Which might also include not just my heart, but a bit of brainwashing that my mother and every other fucking bitch did. You know what I mean? So y'all take advantage of us this way. Y'all brainwash us so y'all can get a head start. That's exactly what racist people do. You know what I mean? That's exactly what racist people do. That's exactly what motherfucking, you know, eugenic racists, what the rich are doing. You know what I mean? The rich people, they send their kids to fucking colleges, to the best fucking schools everywhere, right? And then those kids have automatically, you know, higher income, range, income potential and whatever. Automatically, just because they went to a good school. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you bitches are trying to do. You're trying to motherfucking get a head start on us and keep us fucking stupid all our lives. You know what I mean? And you don't, by fucking lying to us and not telling us that you're a whore and shit, and not that you cheated, all you bitches are racist. Fuck you. I mean, I don't respect the fucking shit about you, you know? And for some reason, you know, it's just more forms of control, more forms of killing me to try to fucking listen to you bitches. For me not to listen to God and to listen to them, why would I listen to them? If I already have the truth in the Bible with God, why would I listen to them? Because they are trying to kill me. You know? It's like a cop, right? Why would you listen to a cop? You know a cop is not your friend. You know that the only job of a cop is to arrest somebody, to incriminate you and arrest somebody, pry you for information. You know what I mean? So why would they're not there to help you? They're there to fucking take your word and fucking use it in court. You know what I mean? So why would and they try to talk friendly to you? Why would you talk to a cop? They're not your friends. They're there to fucking arrest you. They're there to fucking ruin your life. You know what I mean? So why would you listen to them? That's the same shit with bitches. Why the fuck would you listen to them? If God tells you something already, and you know that these bitches don't like what God has to say, because all I'm saying is what God said, and so, you know, if you know that they don't like that, and you know that women have cheated on you and are whores, you know they aborted their babies, you know they cheated, you know they manipulated, and now they're trying to tell you to shut up about it. No. You know what I mean? Why the fuck would you listen to these bitches, bro? All I'm trying to tell you, these men, young men especially, don't ever listen to fucking women, dog. Their job right now, what they're trying to do with feminism is trying to brainwash you. And you see those fucking incels, you see those kids that are fucked up, that are emotional and they can't control themselves, they were brainwashed by women. That's the product. That's what they did. And then when they see their creation, when they see what the fuck they cause, they're like, well, those guys are fucking idiots. You know, they don't care. They created the monsters. And then they fucking say that men are the monsters. That's their fault. Because their stupid little manipulation and their psycho games that they played on men, you know what I mean? The brainwashing fucking had undesired effects. I'm like, you're the one that caused that shit. You're like, what the fuck? Like, for example, right? For example, men that are brainwashed by their women, by their mothers, and that listen to their mothers more than their fathers, and their father they don't grow a backbone. Okay? They grow up to be emotional, fat, depressed, with anxiety, with all shit, and rejected by women. You know, because they listen to their mother. You know what I mean? And that's what they become emotional, unstable, fucking probably drug addicts or some shit. You know what I mean? And violent. You know what I mean? Not able to control themselves, and they don't have a backbone because they're emotional. You know? And so that's what you get listening to fucking women. You know, listening to your mom, and these bitches reject you at the end of the day because of that. And who do they run off with? A fucking dude that don't give a fucking shit. You know what I mean? And is just fucking the shit out of her. Right? Because on top of that, these women are fucking whores. I mean, so these women, they'll literally persecute you. Because I'll tell you what women don't want. Women don't want a guy. I'll tell you how not to get laid. Okay? I'll tell you how not to get laid. Well, or rather, this is not how you get bitches. You don't get women. You don't get laid. You don't get attention from women, right? By being emotional, right? Or by motherfucking being like, what's the word? Like complaining, right? But you know, a woman doesn't like a man that doesn't know how to handle business. You know what I mean? A woman doesn't like a man that doesn't know how to handle business. So, and that is confident and sure of himself. I mean, egotistical even. They'll go for a guy that's egotistical. You know, they'll go for a guy that it doesn't matter. If he has money and he's a fucking psycho, it doesn't matter because he's confident in himself. And that's what bitches fucking care about. Mainly, they just care about having sex. I mean, it's not like they care about kids, because if they care about kids, then why the fuck do they have abortions? You know what I mean? Why the fuck do they believe in Planned Parenthood if they cared about kids? They don't care about kids. They try to convince me that they care about those kids in Gaza, that they care about those kids that are being sex trafficked. They don't care about their own kids. Why the fuck would they try to convince me they care about any kid around the world? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not fucking retarded, bro. You know what I mean? Like, shut the fuck up. Like, these motherfucking bitches are sick. You know what I mean? They just trying to be politically correct and try to convince me that they give a shit about motherfucking kids in Gaza or kids being sex trafficked in Central America and Honduras. You know what I mean? Or that they care about all this shit, or poor ass kids on the TV in Africa or some shit. You know, they don't give a fuck. Or that they care about kids in El Salvador, or that they care about those kids in child protective services, orphans, and stuff like this. Women don't give a fucking shit. They kill their own fucking babies. The fuck? Oh yeah, they kill their own babies, but they're gonna convince me they care about somebody else's baby, a stranger's baby. Virtue signaling to the fullest. You know what I mean? They don't give a shit. That's faker than motherfucking than fucking Democrats trying to tell me that they side with Gaza, they care about Gaza, when they're the ones that are fucking, they're promoting Planned Parenthood and feminism that kills their own babies. Man, fuck you. You know what I mean? Trying to tell me you give a fuck. You don't give a shit. They just like y'all just don't understand, bro. Like, I guess it takes a minute to comprehend, to grasp, right, that women are evil. You know, that's what you don't want to believe. That's the shit you have the hardest problem with accepting. You know what I mean? Because your whole life you've been brainwashed. Nope. Nope. So like your whole life you've been brainwashed, and you just don't understand that women are they're like, even though they're a bit different than men, they're still capable of evil. They're still evil themselves. It's not like we're the only ones on this planet. Okay, women are stuck here with us. If this is hell, then women are right here with us. You know what I mean? If God left us here, then this is where women are right here with us. They're just as evil as we are. Not worse, because they kill babies. That's like I said, I treat whores like how God wanted me to treat whores. Like kidnappers. You know what I mean? These bitches are like kidnappers. Whores that abort their baby, they're fucking whores. They're the same thing as kidnappers. So, I don't have no partiality to fucking kidnappers. So why the fuck am I being partial to fucking whores? You know what I mean? So why am I gonna feel? In other words, I don't feel sorry for fucking kidnappers and shit. Those motherfuckers are. If the law doesn't get them, then I will. The same shit with fucking whores. If the law don't get them, then I will. You know what I mean? And so far, the law hasn't done anything to protect us against whores. You know what I mean? Now, again, you know, this is not back in the day where I could kill these whores. You know what I mean? Or, you know, murder them or kill them with stones and shit too. But we already know that they infect the community. We already know what kind of strife and violence and problems they cause for men, for whole communities. We already know that shit. You know what I mean? We already know how many enemies that you get because of these women, right? We already know this. You know what I mean? We're not stupid. I mean, every guy has had enemies because of a woman. You know what I mean? Like, especially because a woman that tries to you know what I'm saying, that gets you caught up and gets you in problems with their, you know what I'm saying? Brotherhoods, wars have been fought, my guy. Wars have been fought. Brotherhoods have been dissolved. You know what I mean? Brothers have turned against one another. Friends, how many friendships have been destroyed because of women? You know what I mean? I got beef with Mexicans. You know, I got beef with niggas because of fucking with gangs because of women. You know what I mean? Because the girl that I went out with, I didn't know that she was fucking with gang members. You know what I mean? Just like my ex-bitch. Fucking, I got beef with Mexicans because my ex-bitch left me. My ex-girl, I call her bitch now, but she left me for a fucking Mexican piece of shit that started harassing me and stalking me. You know what I mean? Because he told me to stay away from my own girlfriend. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck? And then he was, you know what I mean? This is the type of problems that bitches cause. You understand what I'm saying? And why? Just because she's a fucking cheating ass bitch that didn't want to admit that she's a cheater. And just because I tried to fucking save my relationship because it's me. She was supposed to be my other half. She was supposed to be my wife. She was disrespecting. If I don't stand up for her, then who the fuck is? You know what I mean? That's part of me, right? I was already invested. 5 years and shit. My whole family knew her and all that shit. Fucking bitch. You know what I mean? What the fuck? It's fucking complete bullshit, bruh. I mean, and so and all these other bitches too. They stole from me. They stole my fatherhood. They stole my ability to have kids, right? My fatherhood. They robbed that honor from me. You know what I mean? They robbed that shit from me. You know what I mean? And it's like and then they're siding with the racist people. So they sided with the eugenic racist Planned Parenthood. And I'm like, that's exactly. So it was really them they're my enemy, because they're the ones who brainwash these bitches. They're the ones who empower these bitches. At the end of the day, my nigga, you'll never control your fucking woman if they're being controlled by motherfucking Planned Parenthood, my nigga. And that goes for every man out there. You know what I mean? Every man out there. You're never gonna fucking control your wife in a better sense. You rather let them run around, be motherfucking racist ass eugenic bitches. Yeah. That are probably gonna go, that are going to hell, and that are sending other men down there with them. You know? I'd rather be that motherfucking Christian guy who motherfucker is ready to lay his hands on the woman, you know what I mean? But is taking her to church and is giving her everything. But it's like, only when it comes to, you know, disloyalty or like, you know, till death do us part type shit. You know what I mean? Like, for some reason, like, y'all think that women are not fucking idiots. You know what I mean? Y'all think that they're like, that they have some type of like, you know, magical fucking shit that tells them how to run the world. You know, or what the fuck. You know what I mean? They don't run the world. Need I explain to you again that they're usually motherfucking sex victims. They're usually fucking sex slaves. You know what I mean? They don't fight wars. They don't control this bitch. They don't maintain this shit. Okay? They're gonna get. I look at women like they're gonna get. Women are special, but they're also not in charge of shit. At the end of the day, I believe women become subjugated to whatever is in control. You know what I mean? Whereas men, we in solidarity fucking die for our shit. You know what I mean? We die for our principalities. Women weren't bred for war. Women weren't bred for motherfucking standing up for their beliefs. They become subjugated to whatever empire they're in. You know what I mean? And whatever. So why the fuck would I don't trust women to ever break out of that shit themselves. The fact is that if you look at what a woman believes, you'll see who her master is. You know what I mean? And these bitches' master are racist white motherfucking devils. You know what I mean? So why the fuck are we fucking like, you know, aka the devil? You know what I mean? So why are we acting like that's not the case? You know what I mean? I don't understand. This is a war. The devil's already stealing your girlfriends, stealing your baby mamas. You know, those bitches fucking sacrificed your babies, did an abortion of your bloodline. You know what I mean? These bitches openly kill your babies, and then the ones that they allow to be bred, because they're not born, they're bred. Because these bitches are eugenic racists. You gotta understand. They don't have babies, they breed them. You know what I mean? These motherfucking babies that they start breeding, you know what I mean, are either gonna be designer babies or are gonna be indoctrinated into the ideology that'll help them, like the lioness. Again, like the lioness that steals her cubs so she can start a pride, a new pride somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like, you know, that they'll grow one day and they'll be her fucking, you know, pride. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? That's what the fuck is going on, bro. Like, and so, you know, unless you're willing to give your fucking kid up to those ideologies or have them be brainwashed by either feminism or by eugenic racists, you know what I'm saying? Then you should stand up for that. If you want your kid to be a Christian, then stand up for Christianity. Understand who the devil that is trying to steal your kids are. I mean, when a child is born, don't you think that everybody wants more people? They're just an energy force, right? We're batteries. This is all electricity. Get electric field. Turn me on electric field. Anyway, look, you know, we're all energy, and so there's these principalities here, like Satanism, like feminism, like all these motherfuckers that rather that a kid be born that is gonna help their cause. You know what I mean? That to, I mean, it's just obvious, right? That it helps them and their cause more than it helps, you know, Christianity. You know what I mean? There's people out here that don't like Christianity. They hate it because of that shit. So when a child is born, right, you have to think who is their mother. You know what I mean? My mom was Catholicism, right? She likes God. She grew me up in that. Thank the Lord, she baptized me, right? And these things were at least, you know, I was still being pulled apart because of feminism, of racism, of everything here in America. But I still had a better shot than those whose parents weren't even, that they didn't even know anything about God. There's the kids out here that don't know anything about Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? And so, you know, when you know, at least I knew, you know, the basics, and I knew the things. And I was raised in it. I could have been a freaking pastor by now. You know what I mean? The way that I was raised into the faith. You know what I mean? I was just the black sheep. I was the lone sheep. I messed up very early on because I mean, in retrospect, the stakes were raised pretty high ever since I got baptized, and I was baptized when I was just a kid, and when I didn't even know better. And then I went to a secular school, and there I got corrupted, and I thought that being nice was just like the pagan way of being nice. Like, oh yeah, you're a sinner, no, but you're still nice. You forgive people, and you just let them do whatever they want. You know what I mean? And that's not the case. You know what I mean? That's not what God is about. That's not what being a Christian is about. You know what I mean? And it's just that's what people say. You know, that's why people think that Christians are lukewarm, or that they're soft or whatever. And that's not the case, because that's not real Christianity. That's not real religion. You know what I mean? And you know, it's just like you know, it's just something you gotta understand. You know, I you know, very early on, I feel as though that the devil had it out for me. I was on the devil's radar because of the fact that I was supposed to be a Christian, that I was raised in Christianity or raised in Catholicism. So that means that the devil had it out for me. You know what I mean? The devil was my enemy, you know, off of the, what's it called? By proxy. He was, you know what I mean? Automatically, he's my enemy. You know what I mean? That, like, off the cuff. You know what I mean? Without me even knowing. So I think the devil wanted me to fall, wanted me to become a sinner, wanted me to deceive others, and the stakes were raised because once you baptize, that's why it says that you should wait till you're adult, until you're reasonable age to be baptized, because once you're baptized, then the sin, you know, is 10 times worse for you. It's considerably worse for you because you're already baptized. You know. So if you sin after you're baptized, I mean, the baptism is supposed to signify and symbolize that you don't sin anymore, that you've been cleansed of your sins. So if you've been baptized, then you sin, right? That's twice the judgment on you. That's twice the bad. You know what I mean? Twice the punishment for you. You know what I mean? So basically, you know, that's what I understood, and it's like I didn't have a chance. You know, almost. I mean, not in this day and age where so many people here in America are so racist and everybody's so not in this economic boom where everybody so has lost God, you know. And so and you know the devil has so much things, you know. So I should have been like very early on, you know. By now, if my mother would have had her way, which then I'd be a pastor by now. I'd be a deacon. You know what I mean? I'd be a preacher. You know what I mean? I'd be an evangelist. I'd be talking all over. I'd got, you know, literally. But I wasn't raised in the face like that. I was too, I don't know. It's like, I had a different path, I guess, or something. It's like, I was corrupted, you know? I was corrupted and I looked at things differently. You know what I mean? And I sinned and stuff. You know what I mean? And it was bad. And so when I tell you that I went to hell, I already been there. I mean, it's not a good fucking place. And I would warn anybody, you know, that it has that already believes in God, you know, to never forget that God exists, bro. I mean that God exists and that Jesus warned us of hell. Don't ever forget that. You know what I mean? It's not a joke. You know what I mean? No. Like, don't even play with that, bro. Because y'all don't understand that crap. Y'all don't understand that. I'll give you a scenario, right, about hell. Hell, you see those people in Gaza that are being blown up to bits, right? People believe that'd be hell, right? You know, people think that's hell, you know, and that is terrible, right? That is terrible what they're going through, right? And but there wouldn't be no difference between that and hell, but other than the fact that humans are the ones doing it. But when you have something, think about this. Think about if you landed on Earth back, right after God has sent a meteor to it and sent an asteroid or a comet or something, and it destroyed, the whole planet. You know what I'm saying? And the crust was exposed, and the mantle and the lava was scorching the atmosphere. You know what I mean? And including yourself and everything that you died. Even when you died, your body is still burning, and the lavas and the pits and stuff. You know what I mean? And everything on this planet is in such a state of chaos, because fire, it burns and it's chaotic. You know what I mean? Like on a molecular level or cellular level, it's chaotic. You know what I mean? So imagine in the whole world, you wouldn't want to live, in that time, right? You want to get on a rocket ship and leave to another planet where you can find resources to live, right? That's what you want to do. That's the plan. So imagine if you didn't get on that spaceship, right, and didn't go to heaven, and you stayed in this place as a human being, having to suffer like every other element that's on this planet. You know what I mean? No, screw that. You know what I mean? You'll end up a metamorphic rock in a couple billion years. You know what I mean? But fuck that. You know what I mean? I'd rather freaking be in space. You know what I mean? Still continuing humanity. You understand what I'm saying? Searching for heaven. You know what I mean? And that's the thing, bro. Like, now that's just like fiction mixed in with my spirituality. But the point is that it's such a scary thought. That's for me. That's hell. You know what I mean? The failure of humanity, and us not winning, not succeeding in our survival and in our peace and our love for one another, and in cherishing the things that we should be grateful for every single day, that we have the sun, and God hasn't sent a comet to destroy the planet. You understand? You know what I mean? And that we still have life on this planet. This planet still provides for us, because one day that's going to be gone too. The resources are not infinite. You know what I mean? One day those things will be gone too. You know what I mean? And so, like, those, this is things that we got to understand. You know what I mean? And we have to be grateful. And I just feel as though that every life matters, every human life. Either from the poorest freaking slums, you know what I mean, to the people that are in the richest penthouses. You know what I mean? That life matters, and that like, you never know who and what it will come down to, right? You never know. You know what I mean? That guy Srinava Ramanujan, right? He was said to have the IQ like decades ago, back in the day, like 100 years ago. He was said to have the same IQ as Sir Isaac Newton. Yet he was born in a poor favela or poor area, you know what I mean? A not modern world in India. He was a Dharma, you know what I mean? And he was nothing special. He was poor, but he was a genius. You know what I mean? And it's like every time, for example, right? You never know who is who. You never know who God has blessed. You know what I'm saying? With those type of skills that could help further humanity. So I don't believe that the richest people exactly are the smartest, and I don't believe that the people that are lowest are useless. That's just some racist ass fucking shit that you learned in America. You know what I mean? That's some fucking racist, eugenic fucking bullshit that you learned in America. That doesn't mean that even if you have fucking are hot people smart. No, hot people like all these eugenic babies that are fucking Instagram models, right? That their parents fucking had sex simply because of genetic alleles. They were bred into existence, simply because of alleles, of genetics. Not because of love, not because of God, not because of some type of order. Simply because of eugenic racism and to try to create a superior fucking genetic specimen, a superior race. You know what I mean? Might as well have been born in a lab. You know what I mean? These people don't have, they don't really have, like, they're not considerably smarter than you. Like, how many fucking dumbass girls you met? You know what I mean? They're not smart. You know what I mean? They're just hot. You know what I mean? Same shit. I mean, these girls don't even fucking admit that they've been brainwashed, so how smart can they be? I mean, but anyway, that's it. People gonna hate. People gonna hate what I gotta say, but I understand that the world should be a place where where everybody matters. And if you don't believe that everybody matters, and you don't believe in equality, and if you believe there's losers and winners, then you know what I'm saying, I don't know what game you're playing. Don't involve me in your psychotic games. I don't play games in real life. I play games on video games, okay? And I also play games, you know, but I don't play with people's lives like that. You know what I'm saying? I would say this though. Whatever fucking game you think that you're a loser, you're a winner, you fucking narcissistic fucks. You know what I mean? You're not. I can tell you're not an American. You know what I mean? Because you're a racist. You know what I mean? America, the real American spirit is liberty, justice, and equality for all. And that's what it should be. It's freedom and liberty. If you believe in money, if you're only here for money, if you think you're better than other people because you got money, you know what I mean? You're not a fucking American bitch. You know what I mean? You're just a piece of shit that's leeching off of this fucking exploiting this system that has arisen in this country because of rich people that have also exploited it. You know what I mean? You're not above the law, motherfucker. And there's way more of us than there are than you, bitch. Remember that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go as far as say we should eat the rich, but shit, I will say that you know that they gotta fall one day. You know what I mean? That it don't matter where they try to run to. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna get far because we are the humanity. We represent motherfucking real men. We represent what real humans are. We don't represent some stupid, you know, fucking stupid shit that you fucking want to teach us and shit. I mean, we represent true freedom and liberty and justice and equality for all. You know what I mean? No matter if you're poor, no matter if you're a drug addict, no matter if you're got evicted, if you're a bum or you're homeless, rather not a bum, but if you're homeless, no matter if you're you still matter and you still get to vote. Your voice and opinion still matters. Fuck what these racist bitches saying, dog. And fuck them niggas that say that you're a loser, because in reality those motherfuckers ain't shit neither. You know what I mean? And there's more. I can't wait till Revenge of the Nerds happens again, and they make a new Revenge of the Nerds movie. This time we're gonna fuck all y'all up. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait. Nah, I was playing. But the dudes they call losers, bro, it's a pendulum that swings. Right now, y'all just happen to like these rich fucking assholes that y'all that call themselves winners. They're nothing but a bunch of douchebags. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's just a pendulum. You know, nerds beat y'all like a long time ago. Remember? You know, nerds were having sex with beautiful ass women just because they were nerds. You know what I mean? Just because they knew how to fucking run and program a computer. You motherfuckers, nerds still run the fucking world. So go fuck yourselves, you motherfuckers. And you know, and there's still a lot more motherfucking good men than there are bad men. You know what I mean? Hopefully this continues, unless you, of course, you let these bad men breed, and then you fucking, what you'll get is a bunch of gang motherfuckers, a bunch of stupid ass simps that listen to fucking women's, a bunch of King Moabs that listen to Jezebels. Okay, that's what you'll get. You know, and a bunch of motherfucking stupid ass motherfuckers that need to stay away from the general population. They need to, you know, they had an all city, they'd have the highest crime rate. You know, if all the Christians and people like me and people that are fucking sane, you know what I mean, not fucking stupid whores with daddy issues and that abort their baby and that cheat, you know what I mean, and then, you know, they wouldn't last long. They need good people, because then they wouldn't last long. They'd be dead. They would have killed each other. They would have died at their own hand for their own stupid mistakes and their own sin. You know what I mean? They would have died a long time ago. So thank you, Jesus, and thank you all, and thank all the angels and all the saints and all the prophets. And the churches and all the deacons and all the pastors and all the bishops and all my brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? We're in this together. We all gonna make it. But don't let yourself be deceived by the devils and the works of the devils and the devices and the institutions of the devils. Okay? And the philosophy and the rhetoric and everything else. The culture that the devil has created in order to camouflage itself within society, in order to deceive millions. You know what I mean? You know, like feminists. Feminism literally is just, like I said, it's a way for women to disobey men and to act like kids, which is disobedience, which is like childish. You know what I mean? Until they're well into adult life. You know what I mean? It's just a way for men, to try to get men pacified, so that they don't fight for their own rights, the rights of their babies, and their community. and for the greater good, their peace and their liberty. You know what I mean? And their harmony. You know what I mean? Women destroy so many things, and they don't run anything. You know what I mean? And they don't run anything. Like, they just have babies, and then they brainwash them to be fucking simps or bad men just like them. You know what I mean? So, like, screw that. You know what I mean? And I don't think, I think when you see a man that is mad at his wife and is trying to, control her because she's trying to be a whore, she's trying to leave with the kid or something. You know what I think? I think that that's just reaction abuse. Like, you don't know that this woman's a whore. You know what I mean? If I think a man has the right to stay with his wife that he married. You know what I mean? What a extreme idea. You know what I mean? He doesn't want his wife to be fucked by some other guy. You know what I mean? Wow. He's defending the institution of marriage. That's such a horrible thing to do. I'm being sarcastic. Sorry. That is, again, language of the devil. You know what I mean? Sarcasm is the language of the devil. It's pure deceit on innocent victims with good hearts. You know what I mean? Don't listen to sarcastic people, because that is just lying. That's straight up lying through your teeth and being deceitful towards people with pure hearts. The people that fall to sarcasm are people with pure hearts, and they don't understand that I'm just being sarcastic. So don't listen to sarcastic people. And remember that's, again, that's how the devil sounds like. The devil sounds like, oh, yeah, I'm going to kill you and shit. And you think he's being sarcastic, but he's not. You wouldn't know if he, you know what I mean? So don't be sarcastic to people. Just a little lesson. I just want the world to be a better place, man. I mean, oh, you know what I mean? Like, come on. Trying to stop me from making the world a better place. I'm just trying to get some knowledge here so people can soak it up. You know what I mean? Instead of listening to women all day. The only thing you're going to learn from whores is how to be one. I mean, you can't learn much else. I mean, just like there's absolutely nothing you can learn from Kim Kardashian except how to be a what? A whore. Yeah, y'all still fucking follow those trash TV. You know? I mean, look, I'm even looking at this girl. Okay, no, I understand. I wanted to be famous one day, right? There's a beautiful girl, supermodel. Well, she used to be more beautiful. She was like a 10 back in the day. Her name is Candace. Yes, I gotta talk about Candace like always. She's my celebrity crush. She was like basically she's just like freaking the hottest girl. You know what I mean? And basically, you know what I mean? She's main character energy. If that I don't even know what that means, but like, if my life was a movie, you know what I'm saying? I'd want her to be, my main squeeze. I mean, anyway, the point is that, she used to be a good girl. I mean, not a good girl. She used to be exemplary, right? And in the terms that she was one of the hottest girls on the planet, a Victoria's Secret model. Now, all of that is vanity. That's all Babylonia. I understand. She's probably an escort. She probably moonlights as a prostitute, whatever. But the point is that I understand that a lot of people look up to her and stuff. You know what I mean? And so especially a lot of women, a lot of people. And so she used to be exemplary in the fact that I could never find a celebrity. She's also the closest person that I found that is like hot and also like a good person. You know what I mean? And in famous, in famous terms, like whatever. So like with that being said, she was a woman that she was the hottest, right? Like one of the hottest girls on the planet. But then she also had a boyfriend, a supermodel dude that, whatever, that she was with since she was 17 or 18. And she stayed with that. So when she was on her prime age, right? Whatever. When she was on her prime age, she, when she was the hottest that she'll ever be in her life. You know what I mean? She was married with that one guy, which is very, for me, like seeing how far that humanity or people's society culture has messed up, like how far they've gone at being whores. It's surprising. It's refreshing. It's like, whoa, this girl is like normal, but she's like the hottest girl. So I looked at her like she was an exemplary woman. Like, this girl's like a dream girl. She's a 10 out of 10. You know what I mean? Because like it's just respect. It's respectable. You know what I mean? It's like she's beautiful, but she's also a good woman that has like, what I mean. I'm not even jealous. I didn't even like when they were married. I was like, good for them, good for that guy, good for her. You know what I mean? And like, because I like seeing that. You know what I mean? I like seeing people, couples being married and staying together. You know, even with girls that I got with, I'm like, what are you doing? Go back to your freaking husband, or go back to your baby daddy. Go back to your husband. That's your family. You know what I mean? Like stop going to hell. Stop adding more, sin, more time in hell for you. You know what I mean? Stop. You know what I mean? Just stop being a whore. You know what I mean? Stop committing adultery. Just go back. And it's like, because you're gonna go to hell. You know what I mean? And the more sin you do, the more the more time you're gonna spend in hell. I mean, and it's like, I look at it that way, and then I realized like that she started, like, I saw this interview, and she was married like 10 years, and she was like the hottest girl, and she had 2 kids with the dude. And I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, that the luckiest guy in the world. And I'm like, beautiful and freaking and a good person, right? That's what I thought. And then I was like, oh no, like I saw that she had divorced from her man. So supposedly the man had like cheated on her. I'm like, why would he cheat on the hottest girl on the planet? You know what I mean? He must have done it to try to, this is the way that he this is his version of getting her to stay with him. You know what I mean? I know that sounds stupid. Like, why would a guy cheat in order for her to stay with him? Because he was trying to get her jealous. You know what I mean? Because I saw another interview where she was like, the only reason she was attracted to him was because he ignored her. So it was like, okay, so obviously that's the way that it goes for you. I mean, that's the type of guy. I mean, you and a guy that's not completely enamored with you. I mean, so that was the way that was the only thing he knew. So probably this is what I think, personally. Her being the hottest girl in the world, in the world, by many men considerably, voting for that. And especially at that time in her prime, while she was on the road getting all these deals, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that he could take the pressure of like taking care of a kid, like not knowing where she's at every night and not knowing whether she's cheating, knowing that she's the eye of lust and vanity for every fucking guy out there, knowing that guys fucking dream of sleeping with her and fantasize about it all in their heads, you know what I mean, and shit, of doing terrible things with that girl. And I think that he just couldn't take it anymore. So I feel like he was being ignored, and that his way of doing things was what he always knew, is to like act like he didn't need her. Like, and for some reason, that's just what I believe. Like, because it doesn't make no sense as to why he would cheat on her. You know what I mean? No man would fucking leave a woman that's a good woman. You know what I mean? She must have done something, especially the hottest girl like that, right? So I'm pretty sure she did something. Like she probably moonlighted as an escort for some billionaire, because that's how hot she is. You know what I mean? Or she cheated or ignored him until he thought she was cheating, or something. You know what I mean? She must have done something, because damn, because like for a guy to cheat on her doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? So I was like, it really caught me off guard, because I had high hopes that that there's some girl in show business, some girl that's famous, that is not just a vain whore, you know what I mean, like everybody else. But then I saw another interview with her that said that she, Candace Swampole, she likes trash TV. She likes watching trash TV. And I was like, well, what the is that? Like, why would you like trash TV? That's just nonsense. I mean, so you're not that smart. I mean, you might be a good person, but I mean, I guess every girl likes trash TV, so whatever. But then I saw a different interview that said that she was like recently, where she is like collaborating with Kim Kardashian. So then I was like, oh, okay, you've gone to the dark side. And so she's divorced now, and she also collaborates with Yeezy and with stupid ass fucking Kanye West punk ass bitch and his whore wife, whore trashian. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? And that's what she now that's what she does. You know what I mean? That's who she is now. I'm like, damn, like, you know what I mean? I had such high hopes for you. Like, you went straight to the motherfucking, the worst people in fucking show business. You know what I mean? You went to the hoest people of the last decades, you know? It's like, damn, it sucks. I guess the point is, right, that if you know, the company you keep or whatever. Nah, I guess the point is something along the lines of, you know, if you have a girlfriend that likes trash TV, you know, you can't learn nothing from a whore except how to be a whore. And I guess that, you know, you kind of you live what you learn. So if you only watch trash TV all the time, you become trashy yourself. Even if you are the most hottest girl that used to be a good girl who really should have just forgiven her husband, even if he did cheat, because you live a crazy ass fucking life. You know what I mean? And you're the apple of the eye for every guy. So you should have understood that's a lot of motherfucking, you know, pressure and trust that he had to go through. You should have just forgiven your baby daddy and stayed with her. That way, then you wouldn't be associated with fucking trash. But apparently, you like to associate yourself with trash, like Kim Kardashian, whore trash you. You know what I mean? And all that glamorized debauchery. So now I can't even stand looking at that bitch. You know, Candace. I can't even fucking stand looking at her because she fucking. Like, I'm sticking up for her fucking baby daddy here. You know what I mean? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? She you know, what the fuck? It's fucking retarded, right? And then she gets on the motherfucking, on another interview, she says, you know, I'm saying, like, I was studying this chick, because I'm like, there's no way that this chick exists. You know, I was, like, when I saw her, like, wait a minute, she has 2 kids, she's been with that guy for 10 years, no other guy before, you know, she's been loyal for 10 years, you know what I mean, with 2 kids, and while simultaneously being the hottest girl in the world, like, that's impossible, you know? You know what I mean? Like, I like, you know, that's impossible, you know? Not in this day and age. I'm like, holy shit, this girl's an angel. This girl is literally blessed by God. I'm like, but no. But then I look deeper and I'm like, oh, you know, of course she's not perfect. You know what I mean? And I'm like, but now it's like she left that guy to hang out with her trashing. And I'm like, oh, hell no. Like, you know what I'm saying? That guy looked like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gay or anything, but he looked like a model because he was a model. he was a model. You know what I mean? And shit, but at least he smashed that while she was like the hottest that she'll ever be. You know what I mean? It's all downhill from here. You know what I mean? But still, I mean, perfect example though. Candace Swamp is a perfect example of like women's lives. You know, they're the hottest when they're fucking 21 or some shit, 22. They're on top of the world. You know, and then at 30, now she's like 36, and you know, hardly, you know. I mean, she can still get it. You know, she's still kind of swample, but she ain't as hot as she was when she was 21. I mean, she ain't hardly as hot as she was when she was 21. I mean when she was a bombshell, she was a fucking Moab. You know what I'm saying? She was a, woo, damn. Like literally, I don't know. I wish that I had a Candace Swample. I mean. You know, as a wife, you know what I mean. But anyway, I guess the point that I'm trying to make is that, you know, I also had a girlfriend who also watched Hortrashian, you know, Kim Hortrashian, and you know, she was also like programmed and brainwashed into becoming a whore as well. You know, that's when she started cheating. She used to watch the Hortrashians all the time. That was her favorite TV show. I'm like, why the fuck you watch that shit? You know what I mean? That shit's trash. Like, do you know how many guys she's been with? What the fuck could she possibly be talking about? Like, you know, just whore ass shit. You know what I mean? Fuck that. You know what I mean? You know, and I'm like, you know, she didn't like when I said that. I'm like, well, what the fuck is your problem? She's like, well, why do you hate her? They're cool. You know, like, they're not fucking cool. The fuck? I mean, like, they're fucking whores. You know what I mean? What the hell you mean? You know? They are. They are fucking whores, dog. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fucking shit. You know, they're rich, though. I don't give a fuck. Fucking whores. I mean, I literally can't stand whore trashians. You know what I mean? They are like the fucking ugh. You know how many they have corrupted so many women? You know what I mean? It's fucking ridiculous. They have corrupted so many women, including my ex-girlfriend. And so, you know, a major red flag, gentlemen, is that if she likes her trashing, she's gonna cheat. She's gonna cheat. Cause I would have listened to a fucking whore, fucking nigga lovers. Anyways, guys, I gotta go. Peace out. So just remember, if your girl likes her trashing, she's a whore as well. I mean, that's the only effect that show can have on you. You'll become a whore. And even if you're like the hottest girl on the earth, you know, you that the whole trashings. Never underestimate the you know trashy friends degrading good morals. You know what I mean? And yeah. Anyway, peace out.